Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Wisconsin Wonder Garden. My name's Ripley Sartain. Today we're going to be showing you guys something rather unique and unusual, and that is growing Sempervivum in an aquaponics setup. After we show you guys the Sempervivum, I also want to take note that we're going to be looking at the progress that our aquaponics setup has made. The garden is growing and flourishing like crazy. So the reason why Sempervivum is not usually grown in an aquaponics setup is that Sempervivum is a very drought tolerant plant, and it doesn't like the moisture or wetness too much. It needs very, very little watering. So growing it in an aquaponics center seems a little bit weird because it's in direct contact with the water. But there's a couple of reasons why that works. And that's because as the water goes up here, it only reaches to about an inch below the substrate here, and then it's also only touching the roots of the plants for a few short moments. Therefore, it allows them to thrive and flourish in a condition that doesn't really seem like it would jive alright with the plant, but it actually works out great. Let's take a closer look at the Sempervivum and a couple of other sedum plants that I have growing here in the aquaponics. So we'll go back here. Grab out my Sempervivum here. So is this some beautiful Sempervivum or what? You can see we have these two hens and chicks right here, and they are just shooting off like crazy. Even the chicks are starting to root already. And then if you notice, we got some other plants in here. What this is sedum acre that is just taking off. It's growing like crazy in this. And then we have sedum sarmatosum, which I have a video on as well. This Sempervivum absolutely loves it. The sedum acre loves it. The sedum sarmatosum. They're all doing so much better than I even thought they would. We have a beautiful, lush color, and it's just absolutely incredible what this aquaponics has done to them. Let's take a close look at that sedum acre, because that is just incredible. I started off with about 3 pieces that were like an inch or 2 inches, and now it's just spread throughout this whole container like nobody's business. Man, that makes me happy. Beautiful Sempervivum. Wow. So I just want to show you guys the versatility of an aquaponics center. This aquaponics does such a great job at growing an amazing variety of plant. So once again, that's sedum acre, then we have sedum sarmatosum, and then we have the Sempervivums that are doing beautiful. I'm about to transplant them outside because they're just thriving so well in here, and I think it's time that they get moved into an outdoor location, and then I'll bring in some little babies in here to replace them. Right now, let's take a look at how all of these plants are doing. First off would be the Gypsy Peppers. They're growing really, really well. Awesome green color. No signs of malnourishment at all, so they're doing beautiful. We have the broccoli here. You look at that broccoli. Just look at it. That broccoli all over the place. It's going crazy. Love it, love it, love it. The peas are starting to finally vine up. They were doing really rough when I transplanted in here because I grew them in egg containers, and I had to do a lot of damage to pull them out of that egg container, but they are being revived and they are looking good. We got a couple of flowers there, so we should be able to see pods in the next month or so. This tall stuff here, awesome, wonderful edible flowers, edible leaves. That is arugula, no other than arugula, and it's doing really, really well. I have about 6 of those. You can see the patch that I have in there, and then this little guy in here, those are ones that I have been cutting off as soon as they are long enough to eat, about 2 or 3 inches. I'll just cut them off right at the base to basically contrast the difference. So I got a couple of them that I'm eating the flowers off of, and then I'll be trimming these off. Usually I get a nice salad from those once a week. Let's dive in here a little bit more. That's arugula as well. This plant right here, that is Lambsquarters. Lambsquarters is a weed. It's a weed that most people don't take advantage of because it's an awesome edible. It's related, it's actually in the quinoa family, same family as that. It's called wild spinach. Some great nutritional benefits to eating this. So Lambsquarters, if you guys got it, grow it, eat it. Back over here are our sweet potato vines. They're all doing awesome. I take a couple clippings of that once a week and eat that in my salad, so they're just growing like crazy. We got chives in the back corner of the garden. And then we have the Brussels sprouts. These are doing really good. Look at them. Yeah, let's take a closer look in deep. Taking a closer look, you see that it's just doing really great. I'm thinking that I'll be separating these out eventually. I have 4 clumps in this one, and I will be separating them out into 2 separate containers. But otherwise, for right now, they'll be good for quite a while, and I'm not afraid of any damage occurring to the roots because the transfer with this aquaponics setup, since they're all in these containers like this, it'll be very easy to separate and divide them. Back over here, we actually have a couple of succulent leaves that have grown and propagated just like that, and then we have oregano right there and there. That's oregano, that's the succulent. Right here, this plant is actually bleeding heart, the ornamental flower. It's a perennial, and I just thought I would see how it does in this aquaponics, you know, to see if we can grow perennial flowers down here and everything for the garden. That way I can get seeds and stuff from the internet really cheap and then grow them down here in the aquaponics and then put them outside in the spring in the garden. Right next to the bleeding hearts we have forget-me-nots. Ever since I put these in the aquaponics, it's really weird. The flowers have gotten really tiny, the leaves have gotten like super plump, but we're tons of flower pods. It seems to be doing really good, but it's just kind of taken on a weird shape in the aquaponics, but you know, that's what the experiment's all about. And then in the aquaponics, but not utilizing the water or the substrate, is raspberry bushes. I just got them down here for the lights. So the raspberries are doing awesome, all 3 of them there, doing really good. And then these are pepper seedlings that will be separating out and thinning out in a little bit here because those are just doing really good. Once again, I'm going to highlight these lights. They're Galaxy Hydro 300-watt LED grow lights. You can see the results here. We got 2 of them, and they're growing this 3x3 bed in a wonderful manner. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and for Pete's sake, go out and get yourself an aquaponics grow bed, whatever size, shape you want. Don't matter. Go out and start a little one. Start small, get used to it, and build from there, because you guys are definitely going to be rewarded with the growth that you're going to see with an aquaponics tank and grow bed. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, put them down in the comment section below. Take care. It's Ripley Sartain. Happy gardening.